To file an appeal electronically with the Lake County Board of Review, you begin by going to the Board of Review homepage. From there, you can click on the Online Appeal Filing shortcut link. To log in, you need to enter in your PIN number. If you don't know your PIN, you can always look up your address. After you submit your PIN, you'll need to type in your key code. The key code can be found in the upper right-hand corner of your blue assessment notice. If you don't have your assessment notice, you can always call the Board of Review office and we can give you your key code over the phone. Attorneys can log in using the link at the bottom. The attorneys need their own login and key codes, which can be obtained through the Lake County Board of Review office. The first screen you'll see is the Terms and Conditions notification. This will let you know of the township final filing date and then also all of the terms that need to be accepted to use the program. The first screen and your main screen for filing your assessment appeal is the Reasons for Appeal. This will list all the ways that you can file an assessment appeal. We will begin going through each one. We'll start with factual error. The first screen you will see is the property characteristics for your parcel. This information comes directly from your Township Assessor's Office property records. It is best to contact the Township Assessor's Office to discuss this type of case prior to filing an appeal. If you wish to file an appeal on this basis of appeal, you will need to describe your factual error in the given text box and or upload a saved document. You can browse to upload your file. It can be any document extension of PDF, Microsoft Word, Excel, any type of files are accepted, and then upload it into the system. Anytime you enter data, you always want to make sure to save and continue. If you click cancel, the information will not be saved. Once you complete one section, you will see that now the checkbox is marked, and this will be submitted as one of the reasons for your appeal. If at any time you decide not to use one of those reasons, you may simply uncheck the box and it will not be submitted. The next reason for appeal is recent purchase of a property. This reason is directed towards the residential property transfers within the year before the assessment date and the current year. The Board of Review expects to receive a copy of the HUD-1 or settlement statement from closing, which can be uploaded on this page. If you're using a late current year sale, it may be advisable to also upload the P-Tax 203 from your recent transaction. It is important to make sure that you fill out all items that are asterisked. These are required to successfully submit your appeal to the Board of Review. If you have a sale transaction that has multiple PINs, you will need to use the paper filing method. You will not be able to file an appeal electronically. The board does require that you mark what type of deed was filed. Examples or descriptions of the deeds are located on the right-hand side. If you're not sure, you can just simply click not sure to move forward on that question. Once you have finished marking each section, again, make sure to save and continue. The next reason for appeal would be your appraisal. This is probably one of the most simplest reasons to use. If you have your appraisal saved electronically, you can actually upload it straight to the online filing system. Once you've uploaded your document, you should get a message, file uploaded successfully. If you don't have your appraisal at the time of filing and will be submitting it within the 14 or 30-day grace periods, you may mark this box below. You will be reminded of the final filing date. You have 14 days from the final filing date to file a residential appraisal and 30 days from the final filing date to file a commercial appraisal. The system will also ask if you believe this will be a reduction of $100,000 or more. If you know, choose yes or no. If you're not sure based upon the appraisal, just choose not sure. Make sure to save and continue. The next basis of appeals are filing based on recent sale comparables or equity of assessment comparables. The system allows you to choose 3 comparables that will be submitted to the Board of Review. You can sort any of the columns by choosing the column headers. If you do not find the comparables that you are looking for within the display list, you can always enter in your own 3 PINs. You can also find more comparables by changing the distance instead of searching within the neighborhood. Once 3 comparables are chosen, your next step is to click Generate Comparable Form. Your comparable grid will now appear. It is recommended that prior to adding the comparison grid as evidence, use the print version command to print a copy for your records. Once the grid is submitted, you will not have the option to print from this application. However, evidence files will be available the day after you submit your appeal through the Evidence and Schedule Lookup page on the Board of Review website and can be printed then. To submit this comparison grid as evidence, you must click Save as Evidence box and then choose Continue. You will now be asked if you would like to submit additional grids or go back to the Reason for Appeal screen. The last reason for filing an appeal is a matter of law. Matters of law include such factors as carrying forward prior year residential appeal results, preferential assessments, and farmland valuation. To complete a matter of law case, you must provide the reasoning for your case either in the text box below or by uploading a legal brief. Once all of your chosen reason for appeals are complete and all evidence is uploaded, you are ready to click the Complete My Filing. The appeal form screen will now display. Fill in all required fields. The Board of Review requires that you fill in what the assessment should be. Please remember that your assessed value is 1/3 of the market value. Once the land and building are entered, the total will be calculated for you. The next section will show your reasons for appeal and all of your reasons for appeal that will be submitted to the Board of Review. You must also choose the type of appearance in the event that your assessment appeal hearing is scheduled. You may request that the board decide the appeal based on the information provided and that you will not appear in person nor telephone. You may telephone the board and be designated of a date and time to call, or you may appear in person. The next section asks if you currently have an open State of Illinois Property Tax Appeal Board or Circuit Court case. Please choose yes or no. The last section that is optional is any other supporting documents or evidence that you wish to submit with your appeal. Once all the required fields are complete, please click Review and Submit. Please review all the information to make sure that is correct before you submit your final submission to the Board of Review. Use the Review and Submit screen to double-check all the information that will be submitted on your case. This report may be printed for your records. To finalize your assessment appeal, you must click the Submit Appeal button on the bottom of the Review and Submit screen. If you don't click this button, your appeal will not be filed with the Board of Review. If at any time when you are in the online filing system and you need to log out and come back, you may click the Log Out button on the bottom of the screen. You will get a reminder that your appeal has not been submitted and when the final filing date is for your township. You must come back and submit the appeal successfully by your final filing date. Once the Submit Appeal button on the bottom of the Review and Submit screen has been clicked, you will get a confirmation screen letting you know that the filing is complete. You will also get a confirmation email sent to the email address provided the day after the appeal has been submitted. You may also review the evidence documents provided in the appeal on the Board of Review websites in the Evidence and Schedule Lookup page.